Again, recognize, even like in that entire beautiful round white moon, there is one little part that is not white, that one little spot. There is that spot even in your big misery. One little spot is not attached. Find it. You will find it in the heaviest misery, in the heaviest depression. Find it. It's very evident. There is a part of me that is watching me all agitated, angry, fully in this drama, but that part of me is not touched. The moment you catch hold of it, now just start moving closer to it. Is this different from me? This person reacting right now, this drama, this agitation, this emotion, this feeling, is this feeling different from that one little dot which is unattached? Is it different from awareness? It's just moving towards that. Can I just move myself back, back, back? See, the only thing that is pulling you into the drama is your false sense of I am the doer. I have to prove I am right in this fight. I have to prove that I was, always correct. Some sense of control has taken over. Yeah, but there is this one little dot. That is the meaning in those Zen, that Zen symbol. Inside the black, there is a dot white, and inside the white, there is a dot black. Yeah, you recognize that unconcerned spot and move. And then finally you will see that, oh, this unconcerned spot does not have the anger, does not have the drama. There is no depression here. This is who I am. This is what I am. Those were just thoughts. Those thoughts of anger, that drama, that hatred came and went away. I have already seen in my experience that only one perception exists at a time. Only one thought exists at a time. So those perceptions are gone. Yeah, I am replaying number 100 thought comes up and replays these together, puts them together, creates a scene. Again, start recognizing what we are doing has to be done experiential when you are in a situation. Just find that dot and then pull yourself back.
So basically, asangatvam is what we have to remember.
Yes.
Again and again.
Yes, that is your key. The key to move from any attack of Maya to that unconcerned state. It is all there in our scriptures, beautifully described. How to again and again go back to the witness. And in the witness, there is no depression, no hatred, no anger. It is a quiet equanimity. Yeah. Remember, even when you go there, you're carrying a new remnant thought that is saying, oh, but I was feeling sad because of this. Again, it's a new thought that has arisen and is going to dissolve. Again, a new thought will arise and dissolve. Recognize it again and again. It is a new thought. It is only referring back to the incident that happened 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago. Really, was there a thought called memory sitting over there and taking notes? And that memory thought has come right now in the present moment and is saying, yes, correct. I am the witness. Is there something like memory? No, I just created the whole scene in my mind. Every moment it is a new arising, a new thought, a new perception, a new feeling. And I have only put these labels. They're nothing but waves of awareness. Experientially do it with your family members. Then only it is real knowledge. Otherwise, it will fizzle out. Like all your Dvaitic knowledge of past 5, 10, 15, 20 years has fizzled out. This will also fizzle out. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be unfair anymore. Yeah, Advaita is about application. Yeah, be a true intellectual. Yeah, don't be a pseudo intellectual. Yeah? True intellectual can read in between the lines. True intellectual can find the gap in between two thoughts. True intellectual can find the gap in between two feelings. A pseudo intellectual just puts two and two together and says it is four. He's not doing it experientially. Yeah. So don't be a pseudo intellectual. Be a true intellectual. Apply.